I think I'd like to go home now, please. Bad expression, feed me. Whoa! Hello and welcome back to Mr. Red Plays. This game. The uncle who works for Nintendo. So today we are going to probably play a video game. Finally, we're here at Jessica's house to play video games, and we're finally going to do that. So let's watch Jessica play, I guess. Jessica decides you should play the next game alone. Oh, it's pretty boring. You're at a party having a conversation with a man in a business suit, but for some reason you can't move the camera up to see above his mouth. He's always smiling. He tells you a story about people always mistake him for someone else. This doesn't sound like a good game. What? Did you figure it out? Asks Jessica once the man in the game has apparently stood up and left the conversation. Figure what out? Jessica laughs. I guess not, she says, before putting her choice of game into the N64. You've realized you've played Dennis Quaid, Randy Quaid, for quite some time. The clock chimes. I knew it! Oh, it chimes! It chimes! You're in the den. Jessica's mother bustles along. I was reviewing the last episode, and I remembered that I was giving her Patrick Warburton voice, but I forgot it halfway through, so I'll continue that. Holding a large ceramic bowl filled with a popcorn under her arm. How are you kids doing? I already forgot, see? How are you kids doing? She asks. Good, says Jessica, her eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Jessica's mom. Here's some popcorn, extra butter. She places it on the floor by Jessica. Almost immediately, Jessica's shoveling popcorn into her mouth. Yes, me too. Ha. Meanwhile, her mother smiles first at her, then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night, if you get hungry. Thank you, that'd be nice. She looks at Jessica. Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon myself. I want you to keep it quiet, all right? Yes, Mom, Jessica says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. No, I don't want this. I don't want this to happen. Oh. For the first time, Jessica stops playing her game, stops eating her popcorn, and turns to look at her mother. Oh, okay, she says. I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed, Peter. Okay, Mom. Good night, Peter. And with that, she's gone. Okay. What time is it? Oh, it's 9 o'clock and they have 3 hours until the grandfather shows up. Grandfather? Uncle? It's a grandfather clock, so... Uh-oh. Okay, so we already checked out the frame pictures. Jessica's parked in front of the large TV. There's a bowl of popcorn on the floor. You grab a handful of popcorn. It's buttery and delicious. Both of those things. Okay, let's ask about Uncle's visit. I don't like this. So why is your uncle coming? Yeah. She shrugs. Business. No, that's not her mom. Business. But I thought he worked for Nintendo. He does, says Jessica, frowning but not looking away from the TV screen. He's really important there. Does Nintendo have a lot of business here? Why else would my uncle be coming, Jessica says, as if you've asked the dumbest question in the world. Well, it's cool I'll finally get to meet him. Yeah, agrees Jessica. I think you'll like him. What sort of work does your uncle do? Jessica pauses the game and turns towards you, visibly agitated. How should I know? I don't work for them. Right now she's not quite yelling, but if you keep pressing the subject, she might. I'm not sure I believe you about your uncle. Jessica takes a moment to respond, as if she's not quite sure she heard you correctly. What? Also, this game that they're playing sounds like Mario Kart. I definitely am hearing Mario voices, but I'm also hearing cart noises and the sound of, like, spinning item. So that's funny. I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. Okay. You think you've finally done it. I've done it! Jessica stands up, Finch clenched at her sides, mouth twisting horribly as she struggles to say something. You watch as she takes a step towards you, and you involuntarily flinch. Jessica shakes her head as if remembering something. Never mind, she says. Just never mind. You want to say something more, but she's already re-immersed in the video game. Okay, you take a breather. Grandfather, it's 9 o'clock. Still, that conversation didn't take long at all. What is going on with this uncle? Jessica is acting shady AF, and I gotta say, there must be something up. Talk to Jessica. What would you like to talk about? Ask. Okay, you can't ask about the uncles. Let's ask about school. You try to strike up a conversation, but Jessica doesn't seem to want to talk about school and ignores you. An hour passes. Ugh, okay. I knew that was coming, Pete. You're in the den. It begins raining outside. Okay. Talk to Jessica. Talk about games. You try and strike with confidence, but doesn't want to talk about games. It ignores you. An hour passes. Ugh. You're in the den. Okay, so what time is it now? It's got to be 11 o'clock! It's 11 o'clock! The uncle, talk to Jessica. Ask if Jessica thinks the storm will be as bad as the last one. Do you think the storm will be as bad as the one we had before? You remember the storm? Asks Jessica. Yeah, you say, nodding. But no one remembers the storm, she says. Could you stop messing with me, please? Jessica shakes her head. No, you don't understand. Please, I'm not messing with you, but this is important. But this is different. Something's different. He said no one would remember the storm. What? What are you talking about? What? Oh. He came out of the storm. I was home alone, Jessica begins, her eyes growing distant. Mom was at work. Dad was out at the bar. What time is it? What time is it? I answered the door when the knocking started. He said he was lost and hungry. He said he could help me. All I had to do was promise to feed him. I'm out. See ya. She's gonna feed me to the uncle. I'm gonna be Uncle Feed. I'm gonna be Uncle Food. Guys, help me. Help me. I think I'd like to go home now, please. Bad expression, feed me. Whoa. Jessica tenses. What is that? Who are you feeding? I hate this. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this. What? It's my uncle, Jessica says, or that's what he's told me to call him. I don't really know. I don't know what it is. I want to go home. No, Jessica says, you can't. You can't. He's already on his way. Bad expression. No. What is this? Why is there a question mark here? This is awful. There it is, like a voice, not something you hear exactly, but still somewhere in the back of your head. Jessica heard it too. See? She asks. See, he's almost here. I'm calling my mom. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen where the phone sits on the counter. Call Mom. You dial your mom's work number and wait. She picks up after 3 rings. I want to go home. Really, honey? Yes. She sighs heavily. Of course. I'll call the sitter. She'll probably be there in an hour. What time is it? I have to go. She hangs up. Return to the den and pack your things. You return to the den. Jessica is sitting silently on the floor as you come in. You're leaving, aren't you? I don't want to be friends with you anymore. This joke you're playing is really mean. I should have known it was different, Jessica mumbles. You were remembering too much. I'm going to begin packing my stuff. So, please, Jessica says, please don't go. I've never not fed him, and if I don't, I'm not sure what will happen. So you just want me to get eaten or whatever? No, please, no, she replies. It's not. I think he'll kill me, do you understand? He would have killed me if I didn't. Shut up and leave me alone. You could tell Jessica's on the verge of tears. But nevertheless, she does as you ask, walking over to sit in the middle of the den as you finish packing. You wait in silence until finally a car honks outside. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's so awful. You get up to leave. Jessica's wandered over to the fireplace and is looking into its unlit depths as you've walked out the door and into the night. Is she going to step into the fireplace? The sitter's familiar car is parked out front. As you walk closer, you see your little sister in the back seat, still in her pajamas. The sitter, a high school girl who lives down the street from you, looks incredibly unhappy to be here, but you think you'll be able to handle her. As you climb into the car, you cast one last look over your shoulder. Back to the house. The front door is closed. You suddenly can't remember if you did that yourself. The lights in the den are still burning. What? As the sitter pulls away from the house, you stare out the window at Jessica's house, the lights blurred and magnified by the rain streaming down the glass. Eventually, it all slides out of view. You find out the next afternoon about the fire! Was I right? Also, what is this here? Am I allowed to show this on YouTube? Am I going to get demonetized for this? It started in the den, say the papers, where there was known to be a fireplace. Apparently, it was left smoldering that night. There were no survivors. Arson is suspected, since the accelerant would have helped the flames overcome the night's heavy rains, but nothing definitive is ever publicly released on this account. So, I told you guys that I played this before, and it's true, but I don't remember any of this. This is all... I don't remember any of this. Maybe I didn't get any of these endings. One day after school, you ride your bike by to check it out. Whoa! It's bright now. Parts of the house are still stands. Walls and beams blackened by the flames. Yellow caution tape has been looped around the outside. Round the outside. Round the outside. And the rubble hasn't been totally cleared out by the city. You decide to investigate. The second floor is either mostly burned away or fallen through. But standing in what used to be the den, you look up at the hole, that would have been Jessica's room, the broken glass and charred drywall crunch beneath your feet until you step on something that isn't glass. Is it Ira glass, though? You look down. There in the mess is what looks like a Game Boy. It's a Game Boy Color, not at all scuffed or damaged. In the back is a single cartridge, a copy of Pokemon Blue. I'm going to take the Game Boy. Looking from side to side, as if somebody might actually be watching, you pick up the Game Boy and flick on the power switch. After clicking through the Pokemon intro screens, you find that there is no saved game on the cart. It's like a brand new copy. You turn off the Game Boy and stuff it into your pocket, return home. How long is this? It seems like it should have ended by now. Your mom is standing in the kitchen when you arrive doing dishes, and your little sister is watching some annoying cartoon. Remember to take a bath and get dressed before 7, Mom calls. Remember? You're fairly certain she never told you to do that in the first place. You walk into the kitchen, dropping your backpack on the linoleum floor. Why would I need to do all that? Silly, she says. Your mom turns from the sink to smile at you, and your throat tightens when you see how glassy and empty her eyes are. Don't you remember? Your uncle is coming over for dinner to celebrate his new job. And... Oh! What? The uncle who works for Nintendo. Okay. A Twine game by Michael Lutz. Thank you, Michael Lutz. Original art by Kimberly Parker. Abstract backgrounds made with Akosa by MCC. Okay. I guess I got ending 5. Continue from the beginning, restart from 7 in the den. Okay. I seem to have beaten the game. Victory is mine. Michael Lutz, I've defeated you. But only once. I still have 4 more times to defeat you. So, I guess in 2 days we're going to start over, but we're going to do it at 7 in the den. Because I don't think we need to do the whole beginning part again. I'm thinking that 7 is where the actual game starts, and you do decisions and you can get the other endings. Weird that I didn't get the first ending initially. I think I did everything I was supposed to do, but whatever. In 2 days, we're going to figure things out. We're going to get the rest of these endings. So I'll see you then. In the meantime, check out my other series. Tomorrow, there's an episode of that, Lego Star Wars, and it's The Force Awakens, from 2015. I was going to say the new movie that just came out, but it was 5 years ago. My God in heaven. See you then, everybody. Goodbye.